Hey everyone, hope you're all well and having a lovely day so far. Welcome to this yoga class with me, Amy. If you haven't practiced with me before, then welcome. And if you're here all the time, then welcome back. This is going to be a classic flow of my style, so a bit strong, a bit stretchy, a bit of balance, some funky transitions, some surprises in there hopefully. So if that sounds like something that you're up for, join me on your mat when you're ready. And if you do make it to the end of this class and you enjoyed it, please leave a comment to let me know what you thought. I love reading all of your comments, replying to them all, connecting with you all. You can also give it a big thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it, and subscribe so that hopefully you never miss a class from me. That's enough chatter for now. We will be starting down on our backs today, so if you're not there yet, slowly, gently, being mindful as you make your way down onto your mat, arriving in a shape that feels comfortable here so that you can spend these first few minutes in stillness. So you might take a few little stretches, little wiggles to help you set aside any tension that you might have carried with you onto your mat. Then eventually surrendering into a stillness and softness. Letting yourself be supported by the surface beneath you, feeling the support and stability of the earth so that your body can then find softness and relaxation. Maybe observing which parts of your body feel particularly tense and tight today and that need some extra care and attention in this practice. Maybe noticing if there's any spaces that feel particularly open and spacious already. Just any sensations that draw your awareness. Using those to give your mind something to focus on, to draw you into the present moment. And maybe as you hold those sensations in your awareness, you might find that they start to shift and change and evolve. So maybe some of that tension starts to dissipate. Maybe those spacious areas become even more expansive. So just get curious about how things feel, how things change as you hold in stillness. Now start to notice your breathing if you haven't done so already. You might place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly to help you connect to the movement of the breath in and out of the body. So maybe you can feel the hands lifting and rising as you fill the torso with breath. Then you feel them softening back down as you release your exhale. Noticing how even here, when you're still through your muscles, there is still movement of breath. Really savor these final few minutes in stillness and use the time to really establish the connection to your body and to your breath so that you can carry that connection with you throughout this practice. Now interlace the hands in front of the chest, then press the palms away from you, up and overhead. Extend the legs long if they're not already. Point the toes, maybe circle out through the ankles here in both directions, maybe point and flex. Anything that calls to you, and that applies throughout this practice. Always welcome to add things in, take things out, make things up. Personalize it as much as you wish. Keep the left leg long, squeeze the right knee into the chest, hands around the shin. Take a few breaths here, explore movement through hip, knee, ankle. Now bring the hands around the back of the thigh, straighten the leg up to the sky. Again, point and flex, circle, maybe slide hands a little bit higher up towards the ankle or the heel. Draw the right leg in even closer. Just try and keep the upper body relaxed here, so not squeezing through the shoulders or tensing through the neck and jaw. Keep the right hand on the right leg, bring the left hand onto the left hip and open the right leg out to the right hand side here, all while keeping the left hip grounded into the earth. Guide the leg back through center, swap it out. Left hand to the outside of the right leg or the foot, right arm wide, right leg to the left hand side. Maybe it meets the earth, maybe not. Energetically, think about drawing the right hip down towards the top right corner of the mat. You might find that intensifies the stretch down the outside of the leg. Bring it back up through center. Keep the right leg extended straight up towards the ceiling. Then lower the right leg down to hover. Lift it back up. Palms are down by your side. 2 more. Lower. And lift. Last time. Lower. And lift. Now lift the left heel a few inches above the floor. Keep the left leg as it is. Lower the right leg to hover and lift. Keep pressing the lower back down. Lower and lift. 1 more time. Lower and lift. Keep the left leg hovering. Bend the right knee. Draw the knee into the chest. Keep the legs in the same configuration, but rock yourself up to seated. Plant the sole of the right foot on the floor on the inside of the left knee. Using the hands around the shin to help you draw the shoulders back and push the chest forwards. Then keep that same space across the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right hand side. Give the knee a little hug. Lifting and lengthening with your inhale. Twisting and deepening with your exhale. Inhale, reach both arms back up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right hand presses the outside of the left leg, using that contact point to help spiral even further into the twist. Be mindful that the right knee isn't falling out to the side. Keep squeezing it into center. Now plant the left hand down behind you. Reach the right arm forward. Inhale, lift the hips, come onto the right tiptoes. Exhale, tap the hips back down. 2 more. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, soften. Last one, lift the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, drop it back down. Let the right knee fall out to the right hand side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cross over at the wrists. Maybe catch the left foot. Janu Shirsasana. Inhale, come back up, reach the arms high. This time, right hand behind right hip, left arm forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, tap back down. 2 more, big breath in. Big breath out. Last time, fill the entire torso with breath. Release the hips, release the exhale. Roll the sole of the right foot back onto the floor. Bring the fingertips either side of the legs. Then lift the left leg as high as you can. Lower back down. Just 2 more. Lift and lower. Last time, lift and lower. Extend both legs forward. Reach the arms out in front of you. Keeping space across the chest. Slowly lower all the way down onto your back. Gather the left knee in and take a few breaths to explore movement here. Hands around the back of the thigh, point the foot up to the sky. And same options here, maybe take it further, drawing the leg in if that feels good. Keep the hips and the shoulders grounding into the earth. Left hand stays on the leg, right arm wide, left leg to the other side. Maybe right hand on the hip to keep it grounded into the mat if you feel it lifting. Bring the leg through center, swap the grip, pass the leg into the right hand, take it over to the other side. And again, can you think about pushing the left hip down towards the top left corner of the mat? Keep softening the shoulder blades into the earth. Bring it back through center. This time, keep the left leg extended up towards the ceiling. Hands beside the hips. 3 times, lower left leg to hover. Lift it back up. 2 more, lower. And lift. Last one like this, lower. And lift. Then lift the right heel a few inches. Lower the left leg to hover. And lift, definitely makes it 10 times harder. Lower and lift. Last time, lower and lift. Keep the right leg hovering. Gather the left knee in. Rock your way up to seated. Ground down through the left foot and the right heel. Open the chest, draw the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Pause here, big breath in, big breath out. Inhale through center, exhale over to the other side. Keep squeezing the left knee into the center line. Ground the right hand, reach left arm forward 3 times. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Lift and reach. Lower and release. 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let the left knee fall out wide. Reach the arms up. Cross the ankles. Fold down into your Janu Shirsasana. Pause there for a few deep breaths. Focusing more on keeping length through the spine rather than worrying about the depth of the fold here. Slowly start to wave yourself back upright, then plant the left hand behind the left hip, reach the right arm forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Find the fluidity. lift, and release. Last time, ripple it up and wave it down. Sole of the left foot back onto the floor, fingertips beside the legs, lift the right leg, lower, 2 more, lift, and lower, last one, lift, and lower. Now cross the ankles, roll over into a tabletop. Take a few moments for yourself here to feel into any movement that calls to you. Movement that's big or small, side to side, circular, forwards and backwards. Doesn't have to look a certain way. Focus on finding the movement that feels good, the movement that your body is asking for right now. Now spiral your way back to a neutral tabletop. Tuck under the toes, lift the knees to hover a few inches above the mat. Keep the left leg exactly as it is. Lift the right toes off the mat so the right knee is hovering. Open the right knee up towards the side. Bring it back down to hover. Then kick the leg up behind you, keeping the knee bent. Down to hover, then move between those two shapes, open out, through center, behind, down, to the right, back down, lift up, down, one more of each, to the side, down, behind you, down to hover, squeeze the knee into the nose, step the foot through between the hands, soften the left knee, back down to the earth, finding a lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, straighten the front leg and sweep the arms back. Let's do 4 more. Inhale forward, arms high. Exhale, sweep the arms back, straighten. For 3. For 2. Last one. Take it into this half split variation and hold. Bring the fingertips to frame the right leg. Then imagine your foot is like the windshield wiper on a car. Can you move it from side to side, finding the movement all the way from the heel up into the hip. So keeping the knee in line with the toes. Bring the foot back to neutral. Fingertips are on the earth here. Can you lift the right heel? Lower it back down. Just 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Tuck under the back toes. Start to slide back so you're sitting on the left heel. Then slide a bit further back so you can lift the left knee. Then maybe lift the right leg and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and hold with the leg lifted. Stay here or play around with tapping the hands at heart center, then lowering the fingertips back down. Maybe do 2 more. Tap, lower down. Last one. Tap, lower down. Drop the right heel back onto the floor and maybe without lowering the left knee down on the way, see if you can launch your way forward into a standing split. Fingertips in front of the right toes, using the strength of the left leg to lift it a little bit higher. Inhale here. Tap the left big toe down to the earth as you exhale. 2 more. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, tap down. Last time, big breath in. Big breath out. Step the foot back this time. Drop the left knee. Step the right knee back, landing in a tabletop. Ready for the second side. Tuck under the toes, lift the knees to hover. Right leg stays as it is. Lift the left toes. Open the leg to the side, through center, behind, and down. To the left, center, behind, center, left, center, up and down. One more of each. To the left, behind. Squeeze knee to nose, step the foot through, melt the right knee onto the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, half split. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, sweep. 3 more. Big inhale. Big exhale. 2 more on your own. Find the half split and hold there. Fingertips come down to frame the left leg. Find that windshield wiper with the left leg. Bring the leg to neutral 3 times. Lift the heel, lower, lift, lower. Last one, lift and lower. Start to send the hips back onto the right heel. Come even further back so you can lift the right knee. Lift the left heel, lower, lift, lower. Last time, lift and hold. Maybe tap the hands at the heart, drop them back down, tap and lower. One more time, tap and lower. Drop the left heel. Big transition into a standing split on the left leg. Inhale here. Exhale, tap the right big toe down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, lift and lower. Then step the right toes back. Drop right knee, drop left knee, tabletop. Tuck under all 10 toes, sit the hips down on top of the heels. Maybe use the fingertips to make sure that all of the toes are in contact with the mat here. Maybe have a little shift from side to side so that you can feel the stretch in each toe as you move. Hands to the heart if they're not already. Keep the left knee down, lift the right knee up, tap the right knee down, lift the left, lower, lift the right, lower. Keep it going. Left, right, left, and right. Let's do 1 more of each. Lift left, lift right. Now, can you lift both knees into a toe balance? It might be graceful, it might not. Then tap both knees down. Lift them up and lower. Keep it going. Lift and lower. You might find that it actually gets easier over time, I say, whilst falling, as your body works out how it needs to shift its balance so you don't fall backwards. Let's do 1 more and then hold in our toe balance. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Stay on the tiptoes. Press all the way up to stand. Lift the heels as high as you can when you get to the top. Then lower all the way back down into your toe balance. Press all the way up to stand. High, high, high on the tippy toes. Lower it back down. Let's do 1 more up to stand, then we'll hold. How high can you get? Right onto the balls of the feet. If you're not already at the center of the mat, let's take a little step there. Maybe staying on the tiptoes as you walk there. Can you stay on the left tiptoes and start to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Super challenging. If the left heel needs to lower back down, that's fine. Then lower the left heel down if you hadn't done so already. Left hand onto left hip, right hand onto right knee. Draw some big circles with the knee. Switch direction of the circles. Bring the knee in towards center, keep it as it is, but slide the right hand onto the right hip. Kick the right leg straight out in front of you. Draw some circles in front of you with the right foot. Switch direction of the circles. Lift the leg to its highest point. Then can you keep the leg straight as you step onto the right foot? Lift the left leg behind you into a warrior three. Then we'll alternate between those two shapes. So step the left foot down, lift the right leg, step the right foot down and lift the left leg. Trying to keep the legs completely straight as you move. Just teetering forwards and backwards. Let's do one more of each. Lift the right leg, step it down, come into the warrior three shape, hands on the hips, pause here. Maybe reach the arms straight out in front of you for even more of a challenge. Now take a really big step back with the left toes. Reach the arms up to the ceiling, landing in a high crescent lunge. Inhale here, exhale, straighten the front knee, bend the back knee and sweep the arms back. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, sweep, switch the bend of the knees. Keep it going. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, funky pyramid. Two more. Big breath in. Big breath out. This time, inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. I think I said two more and we did one more. Please forgive me. I'm sure you weren't complaining. Now inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, reach it forwards. Inhale, reverse warrior two and hold. Wrap the left arm behind the back, reaching it towards the right hip, the right thigh, wherever it reaches. Now keep the half bind behind the back, straighten the right leg, reverse triangle. Turn the right toes in, the right heel out, and reach the right hand to the outside of the left ankle, finding a twisty Prasarita Padottanasana. Keep the right hand on the left leg, unravel from the bind and cross the left arm in front of the right. Catch hold of the outside of the right leg. You might need to slide the hands higher up the legs towards the knees or the thighs if they weren't there already. Option two, release the arms, bring forearms or hands onto the floor and maybe take it up into a headstand or a forearm stand if either one of those is in your practice. A little opportunity for some upside down time. Any variation is welcome. Maybe you can straddle back down, slow and with control. Fingertips beneath the face. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana over to the right. Inhale over to the left. Exhale back to the right. Hands can be on the earth or at the heart for an extra challenge. To the left, to the right. Last time, over to the left. Then take it back through center, Prasarita Padottanasana. Then hop the feet in, Malasana, hands to heart center. Sit yourself down on the earth. Open the legs out wide, Upavista Konasana. Fingertips frame the right thigh. Flex the toes up to the sky. Then 3 times, lift the heel, lower, lift the hips, and lower. Lift heel, down, lift hips, down. One more of each, heel and hips. Now see if you can lift both. Really press the hands into the earth. Lift the heel, lift the hips, and then drop it down. Fold down over the right leg. Take a few big deep breaths here. Keep flexing the right toes up towards the ceiling. One more big breath in and big breath out. Keep the right hand reaching down the outside of the right leg. Maybe it's holding onto the heel or the sole of the foot. Then reach the left arm up and over, finding a big side bend here. Maybe the left hand reaches the foot, maybe not. Either way, just think about spiraling the chest towards the side of the room rather than down towards the floor. So keeping that space and opening. Slowly bring yourself back upright. Bring the right leg so it's pointing more towards the left hand side rather than towards the top left corner, so not quite as severe an angle. Plant the right hand down on the earth. Inhale, lift the hips up, reach the left arm forward, finding the fallen triangle. Exhale, left hand down, come onto the left tiptoes. Kick the right leg back so you land in a high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Squeeze the right heel in towards the right glute. Then flip yourself over into a wild thing. Push the hips and the heart up towards the ceiling. Find energy all the way from the right fingertips down into the right toes. Then roll your way back over into a high plank. Step the feet in slightly, bring the knees to hover, floating tabletop. Big breath in. Big breath out, soften the knees to the floor. Tuck under the toes, sit back down on the heels. Once again, you might use the fingertips for assistance so that you can feel the toes in contact with the mat. Bring the hands to your heart, lift the knees to hover, finding that toe balance once again. Now see if you can extend the right leg out in front of you, super wobbly, and then step the toes back in. Then can you kick the left leg straight out forwards, step it back in. Let's do a few more on each side. Right forward, back in, left, back in. Just one more of each. Right, back in. Have a laugh if you fall. Left, back in. Arms up to the ceiling. Let's press all the way up to stand. Lift the heels as high as you can at the top. Then lower all the way back down. 2 more. All the way up. Elevate the heels. All the way back down. Last time we come up and hold at the top. Maybe stay on the tiptoes as you take a little step towards the center of the mat. Maybe you can keep the right heel lifted as you start to hug the left knee into the chest. Then lower the right heel down, bring the hands around the knee, squeeze the knee in, maybe explore movement through the ankle. Right hand on right hip, left hand on knee. Take those circles through the left knee. Switch direction. Knee towards the center. Left hand slides onto the left hip. Extend the left leg forward and then draw those big circles through the leg. Switch direction of the circles. Trying not to lean too much over to the right hand side. See if you can keep a nice straight spine here. Kick the leg forward and hold. Then keep the leg straight. Lower the left foot to the floor. Lift the right leg, warrior three. Then drop the right foot down. Lift the left leg, standing staff. Then keep it going. Left down, right lifts. Right down, left lifts. Keep it moving, keep breathing. Next time you find your warrior three shape, hold here. Hands can stay on the hips or extend forward for even more of a challenge. Now take a big step back with the right toes, landing in a high crescent lunge. Extend the arms up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Sweep the arms back, straighten the front knee, bend the back knee. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, funky pyramid. 3 more on your own. Eventually find your way back to your crescent. Open it out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, any variation. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reverse warrior and hold. Wrap the right arm behind the back, reach it towards left hip, left thigh, find the half bind. Everything else the same, but straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Then turn the left toes in, the heel out, as you bring left hand onto the right ankle, twisted prasarita. Keep the left hand on the right leg, unravel the half bind, cross over at the elbows, maybe catch hold of the outside of both legs. Then option to stay where you are, or second opportunity to get upside down, whether that's a headstand, a forearm stand, any inversion that you enjoy. Do the same as last time, you could do something different. See if you can lower down mindfully and with control, and we'll all land back in prasarita, lowering hands or forearms onto the earth. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left side Skandasana. Inhale, Skandasana to the right. Exhale to the left. Hands at heart or on the earth. Keep it going. One more each way. Then find your way back to neutral, prasarita. Then take a little hop, land in your malasana with the hands at the heart. Sit yourself down, open the legs out wide. Fingertips frame the left leg, lift the heel, lower, lift the hips, lower, heel, hips, one more of each, lift, and hips. Now, maybe play around with lifting the heel and the hips at the same time. Then drop it down, fold the chest down over the left leg. A moment to re-establish the connection to the breath in case you lost that connection. Keep the left hand on the outside of the left leg, reach the right arm up and over, send some big expansive breaths into the right side of the body. Then bring yourself back upright. Again, if the left leg is pointing all the way towards the top right corner of the mat, bring it so it's a little less of an angle. Plant the left hand at the top of the earth. Lift the hips into your fallen triangle, reaching the right arm as far forward as you can. Send some energy through the fingertips. Lower the left hand down, kick the left leg into your high plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, pull the left heel in towards the body. Then flip over into your wild thing, pressing the floor away with the right hand, rolling the shoulder away from the ear. Then roll back over into a high plank. Can you do it in slow motion with control? Then lower all the way down onto the belly. Untuck the toes. Bring the feet as wide as the mat here. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, melt back down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Last time, lift and hold. See if you can lift the hands to hover to check that you're using the strength of the spine to lift. Then can you lift the legs to hover as well? Now can you pull the heels towards one another? Open them wide. Squeeze in, open out, keep it going. In, out, in, out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause with the heels squeezing in. Reach the arms straight out in front of you. Maybe press the palms. 1 more big breath in. Release down as you release the breath out. Maybe stack the hands and make a little pillow to rest the forehead on. Keep the head resting down on the hands here. Bring the legs to hip width apart. Then lift the heels, lift the legs, lift the thighs, lift as much of the legs as you can. Lower back down. Let's do 9 more for 9, 8, 7. Keep it going on your own. 6. On your last one, lift the legs and keep them lifted. Bend the right knee, squeeze the heel into the glute. Lift the head away from the hands. Reach the right hand to catch the outside edge of the foot. Reach the left arm forward. Kick the foot into the hand, lift as much of the chest and the thighs away from the earth as you can. One more big breath in, and big breath out. Now, can you release the right leg, but keep it hovering? Reach the right arm forward. Bend the left knee, reach the left arm back, catch the outside of the foot or the ankle. Inhale, lift as high as you can. Stay for the exhale. One more big expansive breath in and full complete breath out. Then again, can you release the leg but keep it hovering? Reach the left arm forward, take one more big breath in. Release everything down, release the breath out. Give the hips a little wiggle from side to side here. Maybe bend the knees and windshield wipe the legs from left to right. Catch up with the breath here, maybe here with your face close to the earth. You can feel the warmth of the breath being reflected back towards you. Maybe you can hear the breath more clearly than usual. Maybe you can notice how the back body moves with the breath. All those different spaces where the breath brings expansion. Lift the head away from the hands, slide the hands in line with the ribs, keep the tops of the feet flat on the floor as you come to sit all the way on top of the feet here. Either stay here or start to lean back and lift the knees away from the earth, stretching through the shins. You might just lift a tiny bit, maybe you lift it further, maybe you bring the hands to the heart. Then lower the knees to the floor, unravel the left leg, kick it out in front of you, and just sit yourself towards the inside of the right heel. Maybe use the hands to help. Bring the heel to the outside of the hip. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the arms. Exhale, fold and deepen over the left leg. Slowly roll yourself back upright. Option to stay here for a few more breaths, or plant the left hand behind the left hip, reach the right arm forward. See if you can keep the right shin grounded into the earth, but lift the hips away from the mat so you're in like a funky kind of wild thing shape. Then lower yourself down to the earth. As you do, start to roll onto the back. Maybe the right leg stays as it is. Maybe you draw the left knee into the chest. So really pull the left leg in towards you. Push the right leg down and away from you. See if you can keep hold of the left shin. Use that like leverage to help pull yourself back upright. Then bring left heel to the outside of the left hip. Bring the right leg straight out in front of you. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the waist. Extend the spine as much as you can. Then fold your way down, keeping that length, keeping that space. Draw yourself back upright on the wave of your next in-breath. Plant the right hand behind the right hip, reach left arm forward. Maybe you keep the left shin on the earth. As you inhale, lift the hips into this funky wild thing shape. Melt the hips back down, carry on rolling down onto your back, maybe gathering the right knee into the chest as you do so. Find that contrast between the right leg drawing into you, the left leg pushing down and away from you. Then maybe using the right leg to help pull yourself back up to seated. Now extend the right leg straight out in front of you. Then extend the left leg straight out in front of you. Then see if without using the hands, you can bring right heel into right hip, then left heel into left hip. Right leg forward, left leg forward, left leg back, right leg back. Forward right, forward left, back right, back left. I might be getting my sides mixed up here, guys, but we're just going to go with it. Right leg forward, left leg forward, left leg back, right leg back, left leg forward, right leg forward, right leg back, left leg back. Let's do one more each way. Left forward, right forward, left back, right back. I feel like I switched up which ones I was doing forwards and backwards each time there, but I'm sure it all balanced out in the end and that we're all good. Keep the heels outside of both hips this time as you start to lower slowly down towards the earth, maybe coming onto forearms, maybe all the way down onto the back. Maybe bring one hand onto heart, one hand onto belly. Again, using that contact to connect you to breath. Noticing the movement, the pace, the rhythm, the depth of the breath, if that's changed since the start of the practice. Either down on your back if you're there already, or from your forearms, unravel both legs and then all come down to meet on our backs. Keep left leg extended, lift the right leg, catch the back of the leg, pull the leg in towards you. Maybe notice if it feels like there's more length and more space than there was before this class, or how they felt at the very start. Then swap it out, right leg long, catch hold of the back of the left leg, pull it in towards you. Release the left leg long, land in Shavasana. If the leg's long is a comfortable shape, you can stay there. If it's not, you can find another shape, whether that's a Supta Baddha Konasana, a constructive rest pose. Any shape that feels comfortable and relaxing so that you can soften back into stillness for these final few moments. So we start our practice with stillness and we end our practice with stillness. First, we're using that stillness to draw ourselves into our practice. And then we end our practice with stillness so we can carry some of our practice away with us into the rest of our day by using this time to let all those benefits sink in and be absorbed throughout the body, the mind, the soul. Maybe cultivating a sense of peacefulness and stillness that lingers with us for the rest of our day. So if you're tempted to end things now, just gentle encouragement to stay here for a little bit longer. If you would like to stay in Shavasana for longer, that is very much encouraged by me, so feel free to pop me on pause, hang out there for as many more moments as you would like to. If you are ready to move on, start to invite movement back into your body, reconnecting to those sensations of movement. Connect to your breath if you lost that connection, synchronizing movement and breath. Letting the movement ripple and expand throughout your body. Eventually, maybe you keep the eyes closed. You can find your way back to a comfortable seat where we will finish our practice together. We'll finish here with a moment of gratitude, feeling grateful to yourself for showing up to this practice, grateful for your body and the things that it is capable of, for the air you are breathing, the blood moving through your body, the electrical impulses traveling around billions of neurons, helping you to move and to breathe and to think and to feel. The time you had to practice in, the space you had to practice in, all of the teachers that came before me and that passed on their knowledge so that we could be here today. And for the rest of your day, I hope that you think peaceful thoughts, I hope you speak peaceful words, and I hope you feel peace in your heart. Thank you so much for choosing to share your practice with me today. I hope you had fun. If you did, I would be so grateful if you could leave a comment letting me know what you thought. Give it a thumbs up so I know you liked it, and subscribe so that we can see each other again on our mats very soon. Most of all though, have a fab day. Bye bye.